Connecticut, with a population of 3,615,520 in 2022 and an annualized growth rate of 0.2% for the 5 years to 2022, ranks 40th among the 50 U.S. states in terms of growth rate. By 2022, Connecticut's GDP had risen to $250.2 billion, an increase of 0.2% over the preceding 5 years. In 2022, there were 1,964,814 individuals working for businesses in Connecticut. This represented an annual growth rate of negative 0.6% over the preceding 5 years. In 2022, the statewide unemployment rate was 4.3%, and the top 3 industries by total employment were finance, insurance, real estate leasing, and manufacturing. Curious to know more? Now let's get deeper into this. Hello there everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well as press that bell icon to never miss another update. In other words, how much money is being made in the state of Connecticut? Increasing by 0.2% from $202.1 billion in 2022, Connecticut's GDP in 2022 totaled $250.2 billion. Over the 5 years ending in 2022, Connecticut's GDP has increased at an annualized rate of 1.8%. Furthermore, out of all 50 states in the United States, Connecticut had the 43rd highest GDP growth during the preceding 5 years. The gross state product, or GSP, of a state is the market worth of all goods and services produced within its borders. It's a standard metric for checking up on a state's financial well-being. Industry data from Connecticut. Certain industries in Connecticut contribute more to the state's GDP and employ more people than others. However, it's not always clear what's going on just by glaring at the figures. A more complete picture of the economy may be gleaned by combining this year's growth rate with the average yearly growth rate of the previous 5 years. Can you break down Connecticut's GDP by industry? In 2022, the top contributors to Connecticut's GDP were the finance and insurance industry, the real estate and rental and leasing sector, and the manufacturing sector, together accounting for 41.6% of the state's GDP. One of the most useful ways to understand how the economy of the state is changing over time is to look at how GDP has fluctuated across different industries in that state. Who's employed in each industry in Connecticut? In 2022, about half of all jobs in the state of Connecticut were held by people in the healthcare and social assistance industry, the education sector, and the retail trade sector. Industry employment growth or decline may provide valuable insight on the health of the state's economy as a whole. What are the effects of recent employment trends in Connecticut? With a total workforce of 1,964,814 in 2022, Connecticut is the 28th most populous state in the United States. Over the 5 years through 2022, employment in Connecticut has expanded at an annualized rate of 1.1%, which is lower than the national average of 3.7%. Approximately 340,984, 239,730, and 215,564 people were working in the healthcare and social assistance industry, the educational services industry, and the retail trade industry in Connecticut in 2022 respectively. In 2022, Connecticut's jobless rate of 4.3% places it 42nd among the 50 states. The unemployment rate in Connecticut has decreased at a pace of negative 0.3% during the 5 years through 2022, which is slower than the national average. The health of an economy and the tightness or slack of its labor force are both reflected in the pattern of hiring and firing. Lower unemployment rates are often indicative of tight labor markets, whereas faster job growth is often indicative of a healthy and expanding economy. How much disposable income does each Connecticut resident have? Individuals' after-tax disposable income is referred to as disposable personal income, or DPI, or disposable income, DI. In 2022, Connecticut ranked 46th in the United States in terms of DPI with $71.5 thousand compared to the median of $56.6 thousand among the 50 states. Many economists consider changes in discretionary income to be a leading signal of aggregate demand, the health of the labor market, and the stability of family finances. Now, we'd like to hear from you in the comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed along with turning on the notifications. Thanks for watching and hope to see you back in the next video.